Hi everybody, it's Latrina Patrick with Greater Vision Consulting. It's Tuesday, so that means I have a tip for you. Today's tip is around fiscal capacity, and in particular, how to get around the lack of fiscal capacity when it comes to applying for grant funding. One of the things that you can do that I consider a little tip or a little trick that you can do to get around not having the fiscal capacity to apply for a grant is to get a fiscal sponsor. That's a really great resource to use when it comes to going after funding that you actually have the ability to do the work, but according to the funder's eligibility requirements or their criteria, you don't cut the mustard. So it is a really great time to work with one of your community partners to have them to become your fiscal sponsor. And what that means is the applicant, they would be the applicant and the funder would award the funding to them. And then you become basically a sub-recipient because they'll contract with you to do the work. And this is very common practice. It's not illegal. It's very fair to do this. And a lot of people don't take advantage of this opportunity because a lot of people don't know how to really effectively collaborate with their community partners. Some people get so concerned about who's getting the check written out to them that they can't do real community work. And starting out with a fiscal sponsor when you know that you don't have the capacity to do something, but it allows you to build your capacity over time, then you're really missing out on a great opportunity. So it's really a win-win. But what I want to share with you also is that I get a lot of questions about this, or at least I have in the past, and people don't really understand how to go about getting a fiscal sponsor. And you don't do this by going to a strange organization that you've never worked with. So think of it like co-signing on a loan or a car or a house or something like that for someone. You would never go up to a complete stranger and ask them to co-sign anything for you. Instead, you would go up to someone that you have a relationship with, right? So it's the same thing in community work. You would go to someone who you have a relationship with, and preferably someone that you're already doing the work with that feels comfortable becoming your fiscal sponsor. So it's really that simple. And I really encourage you to employ this practice when you see opportunities that you just don't have the fiscal capacity to go after, but you know that your organization has been doing that type of work. Now, if you want more information about capacity building, in particular what it takes for community-based organizations to get government grants, I have a webinar coming up next week on Tuesday, October 15th. It's from 7 to 8 p.m. and it really does cover quite a bit of information about what it takes to build your capacity. It's basically called Ready, Set, Grow, and it targets community-based organizations. So go over to my website at www.greatervisionconsulting.com, click on the training link, and you'll find all the information about registering, costs, and whatever else information you need to know. While you're there, I hope you will take advantage of subscribing to my newsletter and my updates if you haven't already done so. And also make sure you check out my bio to find out what it is that I do and how I can serve you. I hope you found this tip helpful, and I look forward to seeing you again next week for another Tuesday tip.